Okie dokie. So we're going to do feedback with Screencastify webinar. And this is a premium member webinar. So you have to go to alexkia.com/membership. If you're somehow watching this recording and not a premium member, you can join us. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a minute to anybody who has not installed the Screencastify Chrome extension. Would you please install it? It looks like a little pink arrow up in your Chrome extension shelf. You might not see it because they now have this new system, which I like, sort of, is, bye Elsa, is this little puzzle piece in the Chrome. Well, you can't see this, can you? Hold on, I'm gonna share my entire screen. I'm gonna do my I gotta remember that when I'm sharing a window, it doesn't show the extensions. Let's try this again.
Okay.
Okay, better? Up in the extension shelf, you've got this little pink Screencastify Chrome extension. And if not, you're going to click on the puzzle piece, and it allows you to pick the, push pin to have it show up in the, see my Screencastify is pinned, not pinned. You want to make sure it's pinned. Sure. Lauren, the thing is, Chrome extensions can cause problems. So if you are having any issues with anything ever that seems weird, start uninstalling Chrome extensions. One of them is causing your problem. That's a good chance. Okay, so your job right now is to make sure you have Screencastify installed and that you can record. I'm going to record something. Hi. And then I can click stop in the bottom right. And that it opens up your recording in a new tab. So that's what you're doing right now is you are making sure, just do a quick check that your Screencastify recording is working, because if you just installed it or whatever, you're gonna have to do a bunch of settings and things. So just make sure you're good. I'm gonna get some hot water. My tea smells. The tea smells are all missing. Okay. All right, how are we doing? Good. Okay, everyone's all set? Okay. The first thing I need you to do is I need you to go to Google Drive. I need you to go to Google Drive, and in the top, I want you to click the little tiny triangle. And for type, you're going to say folder. You're going to search folders. You're going to search folders. And then I am searching for Screencastify folder. Or if you can find it easy, open the Screencastify folder. So I need you to be at the Screencastify folder in your Google Drive. I need you to be able to right-click on the Screencastify folder. Sharon, are you in your Google account?
Excuse me?
Sharon, are you in your school account? That's why.
Oh, okay.
So your school has blocked it. So what I need you to do is to email whoever's in charge and say, really, guys, unblock Screencastify.
Okay. I went to extension add-ons and it's not in there either in my drive. So, okay.
If it's your school account, you have to I had just a couple of times this week email Dennis, who's the guy in charge of the Google Apps, blah, 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 at my school. And he just, it's no big deal. He just did it. I had to ask.
Okay,
So obviously we can't solve that problem right now. So
that's correct.
now if you're on
I'll take notes.
if you're on,
I can find I have in my other account, I have the folder, but in this one, I've never used it in this
okay,
account.
that's what I said. The first thing, I'm going to give everybody a minute. Everyone record something because the
Okay.
folder doesn't get created until you make your first video. So I'm going
Okay.
to pause for another. I'm going to give everybody, I'm going to do a 2-minute break, 2-minute timer. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to make sure you know how to make a video in the first place. Okay, I'm switching from coffee to tea today. Okay. Okay, while you're doing that, I'm just gonna delete some things. Okay, you got 40 seconds.
Alice, mine opens to Screencastify. So now I need to go to Google Drive.
Yes, yes. So once you have made your first video, now you should be able to click the tiny triangle and search types as folders, and or just find it. It's alphabetical, probably. Can you find the Screencastify folder?
No results.
Okay. When you made a video,
I did. I made 2. And the weird thing is, you know, the
you have a account conflict.
possible, maybe it's in my school account.
Probably when you click in the upper right, like here I'm in slides.
Hold on, I'm not seeing you. I have to find you. Where are you?
Maybe, I don't know.
Ask.
So if you click on your picture in the upper right and
Yeah.
it shows more than one account,
Oh, definitely.
you're gonna, that's bad. Because if you go a little higher, where you're at the Chrome shelf,
Mm-hmm.
it's whatever one that the Chrome shelf is signed into is where it's going to save to.
Okay.
Okay, it's saving to you. Well, the Screencastify thing that when it opens, it says my school account. So that's probably where it is.
So I'm just going to tell you, you know, the little picture in the next to the Chrome extension shelf,
yeah,
is the way to switch accounts, and it keeps you from having these issues. So you're going to need to clean this up. Where here it shows multiple accounts, it's bad news. Okay, I've said it. That's all I can do. Okay. So,
I used different people. I didn't realize I would save there. Sorry.
okay, it's okay. I'm just can't spend more time on it. Just letting you know. Okay, so if you right click on the folder and go to share, you want to right click on the folder and go to share. If you already have the folder open, then do you see how there's a little tiny triangle next to the word Screencastify?
Yes.
And then you can go to share.
Okay.
So we want to share that folder. If you're on your school account, you have unlimited storage, so you can make as many videos as you want. If it's your personal account, you probably want to like delete these ones that you don't want. It's really, really important. Let me change this to restricted. So it probably looks like this. Restricted.
Alice, I only see your face. I don't see your screen.
What? I didn't.
Am I the only one?
No.
No. You know, it's because I did the Screencastify and then it turned off my screen share. You guys need to tell me way before now. All right, let's back this train up. I am in Google Drive. I am clicking the little tiny triangle in the search and drive at the top, and I'm choosing folders as the type. And then the item name is Screencastify. I'm looking for the Screencastify folder. And if I right click on the Screencastify folder, I can choose share. If I've already opened the Screencastify folder, I can get to that menu, the right click menu, by using the little drop downy arrow in the breadcrumbs. And then I can share. When the sharing box comes open, I want to change the link because it says restricted. I don't want it to be restricted. I don't want it to be a building picture. I want to click on here and change it from restricted from my school to anyone with the link. I want to say anyone with the link. You only have to do that once. And now all your Screencastify videos are visible with a link. So if you share it with somebody that it's not, you don't have permission.
That is great.
Can you do that one more time?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes. I'm in my drive.
Right.
I'm clicking the tiny triangle in the search.
You did that. Okay.
Type is folders.
Right.
I am looking for Screencast
Screencastify.
search. I am right clicking on the folder and going to share.
Okay.
I am changing it from restricted. And I'm changing it to anyone with the link. That's it. Done. That is a one-time deal. That is a one-time deal. Now that you've done it, life is good. So the focus of today is specifically using.
Alice, I'm sorry. What I saw and what I did, that it wasn't the same. It was different.
What was the difference?
Said something about everybody at Somerville ISD.
Yes, yours
All right.
would not say Alice Keeler. Yours would say your school. So you got to click on that.
All right, let me start over.
Okay.
All right, so, okay, it says get link, and then you've got the link, and then underneath it says Somerville ISD. Anyone in this group can find and view.
Click on that. Click on that.
Click on that. Okay.
And it now should say anyone with the link as the bottom option. It should give you three options. Top one is restricted, anyone at your school in the middle, and the bottom was anyone.
I click on it, nothing comes up. But all the way on the right, it says viewer with a little arrow. If I click on the arrow, it says viewer or editor.
No, we want viewer.
I want viewer.
Now, maybe, Mimi, because you're in your school account, maybe your school restricts you from having anyone.
Anyone in this group can find and view. That's what it says. So
You're going to have to figure out how to do that. That's changing sharing permissions. That would be a different webinar. I'm sorry, we can't troubleshoot that right now.
okay. So I'll just hit done then.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay, thank you.
So what I want to do is I want to use Screencastify to give feedback. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to
Can you present again?
a question.
We only see your beautiful face. You need to present again.
Look at keyword. Perfect. Thank you for that. That is one thing I like about Zoom, which is not very many things that I like about Zoom, is that it puts a little green thing around my edge so I can tell if it's sharing. Okay, so you can see my Google Classroom, which I have a lot of. And I have my math class here. And I'm in my classwork. I'm going to create an assignment. Number 056, Google Slides. I'm going to create some Google Slides for my students. And this is number 056, do some work. And I'm going to change this so everyone has a copy. And I'm going to put this in my today topic. And I'm going to make it worth 4 points because I use rubric grading. And I'm going to assign it. And I'm going to put the link to this down in the Google Classroom if you would like to, but do not have to. If you want to join this class, here's the link. You want to join it, here's the link. If it doesn't let you, don't worry about it. Your school, it probably blocks you. I'm just putting it as an option. You don't have to. I have all fake students in here. I have these Google Slides for these 38 fake people. But if you would like to join the class, and if you would like to edit your slides, I'm putting the link to the assignment down there for you if you want to. So I'll give you a second. If you want to, and your account lets you, you can use that first link to join the class. And if you want to, you can use that second link to find your slides so I can give you some feedback.
Could you post the join code again, please?
Yes, I will. Here's the join the class.
Excuse me, Alice.
Click on a link, but if you want the actual code itself, there it is.
Alice,
Yes.
excuse me. Right now, every time I click, there's this red circle that comes up. Am I recording in Screencastify at this very moment?
Probably.
All right.
So what you can do is you can just go up to the extension and stop the recording.
I'm clicking on the arrow. Maybe it's underneath somewhere.
I don't know.
Okay. I'll
I
figure it out.
noticed it was doing that to me the other day, even though I stopped the record. You know, everything glitches sometimes. And it was still doing the red circle, even though I'm like, I'm not recording, and I double checked. All right, so I'm in Google. I have some work from some students. I am going to click View Assignment. I am going to see if I can find any of you guys. Oh, here we go. So I've opened Lauren's. Lauren, you don't have anything in here. That's the best. You guys, if I open up student work and it is blank, I'm going to always Screencastify this. So I'm going to click on the Screencastify Chrome extension. I'm going to choose desktop. It is your choice if you want to have the webcam. The problem with the webcam is it covers up part of what I'm trying to record. So that's up to you. I'm going to go to show more options. Do I want to count down? Do I want to draw? Hide options, show options. I usually just like to straight up do this. I do record. I'm going to do an application window, not my entire screen. And this is Lauren's work. I click share. Hey, Lauren, looking at your Google Slides. Lauren, it's blank. do you see, Lauren, how it says click here to add title? Because Lauren, you haven't done any work. So Lauren, today is Saturday. It is August 22nd and it is 11:26 in the morning. This was due yesterday, Lauren. Lauren, I have opened up your work. You can see here, Lauren, that when I'm looking, there is nothing on here. So Lauren, don't ask me later why you got a 0. Down here at the bottom, it has the Screencastify where I can stop sharing. If student work is not awesome, I always screen record it.
Sorry.
It's okay. So Lauren, it's a good thing you asked this question. So on the second link, you can now edit your slides. So why don't you work some stuff on your slides so I don't publicly embarrass you again?
Okay, thank you.
Now, because I'm giving feedback, I click here, copy shareable link. That copies the link to my Screencastify. But before I do that, I like to change the title, Lauren, feedback on number 56, right? And back in Google Classroom, like, Lauren, I left you some feedback. And I couldn't do Control V and it puts the link. And I'm going to do post. Now here's the deal. When you click on copy shareable link, it automatically changes the sharing permissions, you guys. It changes the sharing permissions. So even if you didn't change the folder like we did, it will do it for you anyway. But what I'm doing is I'm pasting the link to my video in the private comments. Okay, I could also, I go insert a comment, right click, comment. Lauren, this is blank. Control V, paste. Do you see I put the link to my feedback in the comments in Google Slides here? Okay, so what you're gonna do is I'm gonna set a timer. I'm gonna give you some directions. I am going to set a timer and I'm gonna put some bullets here. You are going to open something a student made or pretend to. You are going to click on Screencastify Chrome extension. You are going to choose, when I click on this, it is desktop. You're going to screen record the desktop. Give verbal feedback. Stop recording the Screencastify. And then you're going to copy, what did this say? Copy shareable link. You're going to copy shareable link. Copy shareable link. And then you're going to Control V paste into the chat in this webinar or into the private comments for the assignment. I'm assuming you don't have an assignment, so I'm going to give you the choice to paste it in the chat here or into a comment in the document. You're going to Control V paste it somewhere. Somewhere. Okay? So I'm going to give you 3 minutes to do all that. Go. I'm going to mute everything. Muting everything. And turn everything on. Okay, sorry. Gave everybody 3 minutes and I didn't want to hear you recording and stuff, so I turned everything off. So here we go. I'm going to answer questions.
Alice,
Yes.
I was able to paste in the link, the drive link, but I couldn't put it in there, like embed the video in there, just a link.
Well, hold on. I'm going to show you what to do with the link otherwise. So my first thing that I was demonstrating was that I find student work. So I showed you I found student work, right?
Right.
And I'm looking at student work. And then I click the Screencastify Chrome extension and I point out how awesome or not awesome the student work is verbally. And then I stop recording and then I change the title of the, so it's not just the date. And I click copy, what does it say? Copy shareable link so I can Control V paste it wherever I give feedback. That could be an email. That could be here in the chat. That could be a comment in the document. It could be in the private comments in Google Classroom. I don't know. Wherever you type your feedback, you instead or also Control V paste your feedback. I can't wait to see your Hebrew. This is going to be awesome.
Can
All
you
right.
also, please,
In
because
that case,
we see your face again.
Yeah.
Your screen.
all right. I know. I'm going to choose a Chrome tab because it'll show. Wait a second. I'm going to do this 2 ways. Hold on. All right. So now I am looking at Lauren's work. I'm looking at Lauren's work. Lauren has her video. So I'm going to pause her video. Hold on. No, I can share this tab instead. We're good, right? Oh my gosh, I thought it was upside down. Because it's in Hebrew, so I thought it was upside down. It's good. Good. All right, so now I'm going to push play.
שלום לכולם, השנה היו לנו עוד סרטוני הדרכה, אז אני מבקשת פשוט להזכיר לכם שכל סרטוני ההדרכה נמצאים בתוך הדרייב שלכם, בתיקייה ששמה סרטוני ההדרכה למורים.
All right, good job. So I was able to get your video. Now, if you wanted to, so now I'm going to move on to the second one. So before I move on to the second one, is everybody able to see the video and everything? Because now it's not showing my video for some reason. It's not screen sharing. Okay, I don't know what happened.
Now we see you.
Is there any, but you were
And
able
your children.
Lauren's, right? Everyone's able to see Lauren's video? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why it stopped. Okay, so how do we feel with, I find student work, I turn on Screencastify, I record my desktop, I click get shareable link, and I used Control V to paste it somewhere. We're all good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I did my feedback in sign language,
Yeah, great.
but it didn't show up.
Okay, can you put the link here in the chat so we can see yours?
Oh, and I dumped it anyway. So what I did was put in an earlier Screencastify into the thing. So I'm wondering if when you go to the, I was attempting to do this Screencastify at my fake assignment.
Yes.
With it open with the webcam. I mean, not
Yes.
with the, yes.
Yes.
And not with the webcam, with the middle choice.
Let me do my entire screen and let me see how I do.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I am going to start from scratch. I am in Google Classroom. I am going to open someone's Google Slides. I'm looking at their work. And I am going to, there we go. I'm going to click Screencastify Chrome extension at the extension shelf, and I'm going to choose desktop, and I have my microphone on and I have my webcam on. And I choose record. And I'm going to do an application window of just Elsa's work, right? and then hi, Elsa. You can see in the bottom right it's got my video.
Okay.
Okay. My name is Alice. This is about as much as I know. And then I'm going to go up here to the Screencastify Chrome extension, and I'm going to click stop. I am going to rename this to Elsa Feedback on number 56. I mean, I don't have to, but otherwise my drive. And then hi. I don't have to, but otherwise my drive is all loaded up with untitled Screencastifies. So I like to rename it, obviously. And I click copy shareable link. And then back, I'm like feedback, Control V, or I insert a comment. Yes, the shortcut doesn't work here. I insert a comment. Control V. And that should, I'm going to put it here. Let's take a look at this video. So you see down in the bottom right, and then hi, Elsa. You can see in the bottom right it's got my video.
Okay.
Okay. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have one question. If I wanted to, though, could I see the work and not worry about videotaping it, screencastifying it directly to that slide? Just go to Screencastify, do the feedback, and then open up the link and insert a comment. I mean, save the link, go back to the slide.
That's what I did.
Open up, insert a comment. Because the problem for me was when I went to do the video on Screencastify and getting the right application window was hard for me.
Yes, you got to practice. So, you know, obviously a good tip is to not have other windows open.
Okay.
Because I had the same problem. I'm showing my whole screen, right? So when I go to Screencastify, which by the way, I like it to be further this way. When I go to Screencastify and I record and I go to an application window, look at my problem.
Right.
That's my problem. That's my own stupid fault. Why do I have so many windows open?
Right.
Which window am I doing?
So what's the difference between recording the entire screen
Right
or
now.
the application?
I'm going to show you right now. Okay. In Google Meet, you're seeing my face.
Mm-hmm.
So there is the option in Screencastify to do webcam. That's what this looks like.
Mm-hmm.
If I choose my entire screen, this is my entire screen. Do you see how you're seeing the Meet? You're seeing my, hold on. You know, you're seeing my Snagit. You're seeing everything. You're seeing my desktop. You're seeing everything. What a bad idea. You know, when you're giving students feedback, you don't like all these little pop-ups that are coming in telling me I'm getting email notifications. I don't want them to see that. That's a bad idea. So what I want to do is when I do the Screencastify, when I select Screencastify and I choose desktop and I record, I do not want to do my entire screen. There are some reasons you have to, just because of the way the applications are. So for example, I have to right now do my entire screen because the recording doesn't capture the Chrome extension shelf. And that's what I'm teaching you right now. If you need to show side-by-side windows, well, then you got to do the entire screen. So with exceptions, sometimes you got to do the entire screen. But otherwise, you definitely do not want to do the entire screen. You want to do an application window. so that it only shows just the student work, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give feedback on student work. And I definitely, oops, did I stop screen sharing? No, I'm still screen sharing. I definitely do not want them to see my notifications.
Okay.
I don't want to accidentally show my email. I do not want to accidentally show Power School. No. So I only share the application window. Stop sharing. What does this look like? See, now the application window on Screencastify does capture all my tabs, and it does capture all my extensions, but Google Meet does not. So that's my big difference. Okay. Questions?
Yeah, I have a funny question. How? What? I lost it. Let me just.
Okay.
I have too many things going on at one time. My husband's texted me, and I just lost it.
Sorry. So I am looking at Elsa's work. I am in Google Classroom. I am in the feedback tool, which means it shows me I can switch students. I have over here on the right-hand side where it's like, this is the file, this is the grade, this is the feedback. I am in the feedback tool. If next to the file, I click on the pop-out icon. So I want to pop it out. Now I'm in Google Slides. What's the difference? I have an insert menu. When I'm in the feedback tool, there is no insert menu. Do you see this? No insert menu. It's a stripped down options for Google Slides. So I don't want to be in the feedback tool. I want to be in actual Google Slides, because one of the things I like to do is I add my own slide for feedback. And I like to change the background color to light purple so they know it's a feedback slide. And then I go insert video from Google Drive, recent. Here's my Screencastify video. I'm going to do this one. What you'll notice is that my Screencastify video wasn't done yet. Insert video, recent. Do you see this one? Here's Elsa's feedback. Elsa's feedback has now loaded, but a second ago it didn't. It's processed, rather. I want to insert video. This one, do you notice it's not processed yet? It's still the logo icon. And when I insert it, it inserts it as a black box. Oh my gosh, that's like the best update of all time. It inserts it as a black box, and unless they've changed it, it never stops being a black box. It still works. Once the video finishes processing, the video will be visible when they click play. But if you wait until it's the actual video preview, it's nicer. Do you see how that's nicer? So pick your poison. I don't have enough time to wait for it to process, so I'll just insert it as a black box. It's fine. Mimi, it depends on how long the video is. A very long video will take a very long time. Otherwise, it usually takes a minimum of 2 to 3 minutes, really.
Do I have to change the sharing settings for the entire Screencastify folder, or will it be better just, to change it one video that I want to share?
Lauren,
because I tried that and it wouldn't show it to me. I went to recent, I went to my drive. I tried all sorts of options and it wouldn't let me find that video, even though I did change the settings to everyone with a link in view.
So Lauren, I'm going to tell you what happened. That has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Your video is in a different account.
Oh.
You remember I showed you somewhere here at the beginning is that when you click on the Chrome extension, it is going to record it to the account of the Chrome shelf. It doesn't matter what account you're, seriously? Sorry. It doesn't matter what, my daughter's turned on the faucet. It doesn't matter what account student work you're looking at.
Okay.
The Chrome extension is logged into the Chrome shelf with the Chrome account for the Chrome login. And that's where your video is going to go. So this is where I'm telling you, I'm going to do a screen share here. I'm going to screen share my entire screen. Do you see that the little logo in the upper right for the Chrome shelf is exactly the same as the logo? Go, just stop it. Go away. Stop. I like how I had this little talk with my children today that they needed to be quiet when they come in the house, how well that's working. So, no surprise. Do you see the Chrome shelf login matches my window login?
Right. And it doesn't for me.
That's
So
your
the
problem.
mistake, right?
That is your problem. This is why when you click on your window login, you want to only see one of them. And if I want to switch, I switch it at the Chrome login. I don't switch it at the window login.
I have had so many discussions with my students this week about that because they can't access things from their teachers. And I'm like, all right, go back and check. Make sure you're on the right Chrome profile.
Drives me crazy. Like, I think 50% of the time that someone asks me a question, it's because of this.
Mhm.
And people will argue with me like, oh, no, I'm logged into this account. I'm like, I know you think you are. I know you think you are, but it like switches on you and it just does evil things. And if you click on your window login and it shows more than one account, that's a problem. And if you want to do it, that's fine. But just understand that it causes issues with things like this.
Would it be a good idea just to split and like use Chrome for your school account and then use something like Firefox for your private email?
No, there's no problem. I mean, I only use Chrome. Lauren, let me show you my whole window again, my whole screen again. Look at this. Lauren, how many Google accounts do I have?
Oh.
More than you.
Yes.
Right? And so
Yeah,
I
20.
just, like, I'm going to switch to Alpaca Math. And then, oh, it wants me to sign in, of course. Yeah. Do I know the password? I don't. Okay. But what I want is that the window here it says Alpaca Math and the Chrome login says Alpaca Math. And when I go to, let's go to Joe Tiger. Do you see they match? The Chrome login and the window login, they match.
And that wouldn't be a problem because I can see it's different windows.
Yeah.
Right? It opens each account in a different window.
It does. And it's blissful. Life is good, Lauren. Life is good. You want when you click on the Chrome login that you see a bunch of things. You want when you click on the window login, you only see one, and they should always match. I use a different picture for every one of them so that I can match the pictures. I make sure none of them are the same. I make sure of that.
So
Can I?
would you recommend using this method for kids who only have one computer in the house?
Yes.
And a few students.
Listen, all the time. If you have a computer, use Chrome logins.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. When you keep that screen on,
my daughter, you'll see I have Reagan's Google account on here because she uses this computer. My daughter Bacon, she's got her Chrome login on here because she uses this computer.
See, when they were at school, they only had one chance because they logged in and everything went automatically. But when they're on their phone,
If you're on a Chromebook doesn't let you do this.
Can you go back to that screen? I have a silly question that I'm trying to, I think that's part of the reason I can't shorten my search window. The Google.
Oh, they changed it. You used to be able to make this shorter. They changed
Yeah.
it. So now yes, that's true, because Google's always making my life difficult by updating things.
So you can't shorten it anymore?
Not fully. So the deal is, you see this little puzzle piece in the extension shelf?
Yeah.
And so if I were to just pick them all, just throw them all up there, do you see how the URL address bar gets smaller and the extension shelf gets bigger?
Okay. Sorry,
So
I'm sorry.
now it's just automatic with that little puzzle piece.
So I just picked the ones that I'm going to be currently using, and that would be because that's what I couldn't find my.
Okay. I'm going to turn off screen sharing, and I'm going to tell you what to do, Elsa. Elsa, okay. Control L. You're going to learn this keyboard shortcut today, Control L. Because if you have so many Chrome extensions that you cannot see your address bar because it's so small, because you have so many Chrome extensions, Control L selects the address bar. And now you can stop trying to find it or whatever. Control C, copy. Control L highlights the address bar. You're muted, Elsa. Control C copies it. Control L highlights the address bar. Stop clicking up there. Just use Control L. It's amazing.
I was trying to get my extension to show on my.
Well, the reason your extension's not showing is not because you need to make the address bar bigger or smaller. It's because you need to click on the puzzle piece and pin it.
Okay.
That's new. That's new. You're not crazy.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. For the feedback, the options are insert a feedback slide or insert comments. Marianne, the red circle means you're recording or that it's glitching and you want to just like close it and open up back the Chrome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know how things just sometimes why is this still running? It shouldn't be. That just happens.
May I ask a question?
Of course.
I was wondering if you're having a collaborative slide situation and you wanted to give feedback just to the student, would then you then Screencastify and then just give the link in a private comment?
Yep.
Okay.
I have to turn in the link to their slide to the private comments.
Okay. And then tomorrow night you have a workshop on Chrome Bookmark. Will that cover things like you just did? Talking about how to. Okay.
My plan for tomorrow's, do you see, I'm not screen sharing. Let me screen share. And I always think this will never take me an hour. And yet here we are, we took an hour. So, do you see my bookmark bar?
Yes.
And it says tweet, sub, ask, forms, GC, remote GC.
Right.
I'm going to teach you how to do my bookmark bar.
Oh, okay.
How to edit it and how to delete them and all these, put them in folders, how to organize it. I'm just going to give you bookmark bar tips. Now, in my mind, this is going to take 15 minutes, but you and I both know they ain't going to be happening.
Especially if I'm in the class.
Yeah. Well, that's why we do webinars. Otherwise, I'll make a YouTube video.
Right.
I am going to pause. I want you to try it. I want you to ask me questions. That's why we do a webinar.
Thank you.
Alice?
Yes.
Early this morning, I was reading and then I went online and I discovered Mote, M-O-T-E.
Tell me about that. I don't know anything about it.
You don't know? Okay.
Here's what I know about it is I can voice record.
Yes.
Yes.
That's all I know. And I was just wondering whether there was, which one was better. But I guess Screencastify, since I can insert a video.
Screencastify works for me for everything. And it saves to my drive and I only have to use one thing. I just use it for everything.
Yeah.
What is the name of the app? Oh, the extension, sorry?
Hers is, she's talking about Mote, M-O-T-E.
Is that the one with the purple sign, right? It's the one with the purple sign that lets you record an audio. And that's it.
No.
Feel free. That doesn't hurt my feelings. There's 5 million tools that will screen record. There's 5 million tools that will voice record. I don't care what you use. So long as it's not from China, you know, where people are trying to hack your computers. I'm not using TikTok. That's originate out of China, and we know that they collect your data. I'm just saying.
Alice, I have 2 accounts. With one, I have the Chrome, and with the other one, how can I make the Chrome to match?
All right, tell me, hold on, there's a